I'll see you then.
These sounds flat to me. All right. Do you have a scale?
Which one?
How about D? Good. How about two slurred? Intonation's pretty good, Ojas, and the sound quality is not too bad. It would sound even better if you used your whole bow. Do you know that you're not using your whole bow? Not aware? You're using about this much. So this whole bit's not used, and this little bit down here is not used.
It's fine. You want me to use the whole thing?
Yeah, I would like that. This has that last little sound at the tip. That sounded fantastic. That sounded so good, Ojas. Do you like that sound?
Yeah.
How would you describe it compared to the other one? If I don't use my whole bow? Versus if I do?
More beautiful?
Beautiful, yes. How about more specifically? Pretty's not very specific, right? Do you hear how this one's like a little bit squashed or something? It's not ugly, but compared to this one,
Yeah, kind of.
maybe more open.
Yeah, the second one was much more open and like more clear than the first one.
I think so too. That's what happens when you use more bow on this instrument. The violin's not played up and down, it's played side to side. Does that make sense?
Not really.
Students and a lot of young players like to do to push on the string and draw sound this way. Violin doesn't work that way.
Oh.
The way you spin the string is how?
Like going
Side to side. So when you're going to pluck it, for example, do you pluck it down and let it go back up? Try it. Stick your finger down on it, and then no, stick your finger down on it like this, and just like let it pop back up. Not down. Yeah, it's like just push it down and then just let it pop back up. Okay, and then pluck it side to side. Good. And the other side also works, right? You can push it farther. You can. Yeah. Okay. That's how the violin bow works. It goes side to side. It doesn't go up and down. So you need to pull bow, lots of bow. And really purify and crystallize your sound so it sounds like this beautiful quartz crystal. You seen those before? Those white ones that are like kind of really pretty?
Yeah.
I like those a lot. That's how I like my sound to be. I don't know, do you like your sound like that or do you like it squashed?
That.
Okay, let's hear your A major scale, 1 per bow. But make sure you really use the whole bow. I'm doing the low octave now.
Lower octave?
Yes, please. Pretty good. Some of your notes weren't full bows though. Do you have 2 slurred?
No.
You can't slur 2 on this one?
I mean, I've not practiced it.
Okay. Can you add in the slurs for this as well now? Control your bow. 3-note pattern. So it's like 2 beat, 1 beat. 1, 2. Oh, so that's slurred, right? 1, 2, 3. You lost your C sharp. Oh, just. Your C wasn't high enough. Your C sharp? Your C sharp was too low. High 3rd finger. Try again. 1. Start again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Get off count. 2, 3.
It's a bit confusing.
Yeah, I know. It's a hard one to do. I'm going to demonstrate it once, okay? Can you follow along? Would you mind counting to 3 for me?
Okay.
1, and keep counting. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Backwards. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That makes sense to you that even though the scale's backwards, that the counting still goes forwards?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? You almost want to go 3, 2, 1. It's like, no. I didn't mean like that. I meant scale backwards. Okay, your turn. I'll count in with you. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. C sharp. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
It's a bit confusing with,
Does it make sense? It's just hard to do?
Yeah.
So when it makes sense in your brain but your hands have trouble, what do?
Practice it over, finger it.
That works too. Why don't we try that? But the word I was looking for was practice. That's literally what practice is for. Practice is for when you know what you want, you can't do it, how do I fix it? That's what practicing is. If you don't know what you're doing, can you practice?
Yeah.
Really? How do you know?
No.
How do you know what you're after? Let's say you couldn't.
You know what you're doing to practice.
You have to know what you want, don't you?
Yeah.
So do you know what you're trying to do?
Yeah.
Some of those bows were correct. Some of them were wrong. Some of them were correct. So let's try fingering it without the bow at all. Let's pretend we're bowing. Well, you can hold it like you're going to play. Ready? Start on your first finger. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, high 3. 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Backwards. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. You're late. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. Let's try with the bow. 1, 2. How was that?
That was better than before.
A lot better. What's left to work on?
On this?
Well, that wasn't perfect, right? There were still some
Yeah.
things to fix. What's left to fix?
Like, the sharps.
Some of it was a little out of tune,
Yeah.
right? But as far as compared to last time, it's so much better. So how do we work on it?
Like practicing.
Okay, be more specific now. Practicing was nice and vague. That's good for like proving a point. But more specifically, what did we do? We took a problem that was really complex and difficult, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What did we do?
We fingered it and then tried it over again.
Right, so we kind of simplified it, right?
Yeah.
We took the hard parts and we're like, okay, this is too much to deal with. I can't do this, plus that, plus this. What if I only had to do this part? And you grab this part and say, okay, I'm gonna get this one thing.
Practice that over and over again.
A little bit, yeah, until you feel good.
Then move to the next part.
Sure.
Until you feel good and then so on.
We didn't try that. Why don't we try that with the bow? See if that helps. So we'll do a 3-note slur with the bow, but we'll just do it on open strings, like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's try that.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now D string. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Backwards. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Good. Start putting our fingers back on it and see what happens. See if our bow learned anything. 1.
shows I kind of forgot which string to go on.
That shows you something though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What'd you learn from that?
Like, which string to go on after.
Maybe you learned also that your right hand doesn't know what string it's going to play on, right?
Yeah.
Your left hand was telling your right hand, like, hey, right hand, over here. Right hand was like, oh, okay, I'll go do that thing now. So your right hand was being bossed around by your left hand instead of knowing what it was supposed to do. So we could have probably practiced that again, right?
Huh?
We could have practiced the open strings again,
Yeah.
so you understand more clearly. Do you want to try that? Let's practice by looking at the notes and playing as if we're on the right string. So you can either look at these or you can look at this, either way. So it's G string, G string, D string, D string.
D string, D string, D string.
That's right. Let's try that. One. Do you have room behind you? I don't want you to knock the things. You're getting real close. I came to look at something. He like backed away. Jumps away.
Look at the notes, baby.
I wasn't going to attack you. I promise. I haven't attacked a student in at least a week. Here we
At
go.
least a week. Okay, that's reassuring.
Here, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and 1, and 3. Good catch, that's you. Good. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Good. Great. So now the right hand really knows what it's doing, right?
Yeah.
We could try a couple more things like plucking, right? Just to really simplify left hand intonation. I think a drone on this will also help once you're getting used to all these different little pieces. So again, just to reiterate all this, to go over this one more time, what we did is we took a hard problem of like many things and we simplified it. We said, okay, what if I just don't worry about these things? I'll deal with this thing. Get good at this thing. Okay, put it back in. Let's shift this thing. Shift this thing. That's how you learn. Is that how you think learning works?
Yeah.
Do you approach other things in your life that way?
Writing?
Yeah.
Like reading and writing kind of stuff?
Yeah, usually sometimes typing stuff up in class.
Mm-hmm. You take small pieces, maybe only one paragraph at a time,
Yeah.
one idea at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the way humans deal with things. We make little things we can deal with, little tasks, okay? This is what your responsibility is in the practice room. I won't be there telling you what to do, right? So how are you going to figure it out?
By doing different parts at a time.
Yeah.
And then putting it together.
Does it matter what you decided to do?
No, as long as you do it, it doesn't matter really.
I agree. As long as you pick things you can do. If you, let's say you said, okay, this is all too many things. I'll take out one thing. I'll just try doing everything else. And then you blow it again. And then you just keep practicing this forever. I think that's bad practice. So simplify it to a place that you can, like a battle you can win, you know? You know you can bow 3 notes per beat, right, in one bow. Okay, can you change your practicing at home a little bit? Great. Let's hear some etudes. Did you guys get patched through David yet? He said he emailed you but hasn't heard back yet.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Is it a problem or is it okay?
No, it's not a
It's
problem.
just it's a timing thing.
Yeah, this week has been. I mean, I won't get into the details. But
It's fine. Yeah, no, I understand.
Yeah, no, it's every evening when I'm laying in bed, I'm like, oh, I didn't email him.
1,000 things. Okay, yeah, no, it's fine. I
No, I
was
didn't
wondering.
get started on that because.
No, yeah,
said,
if you can.
Yeah.
Whenever you get a chance. It's not too late.
I was just feeling bad that I should at least tell him that I'm sorry I haven't replied. And
It's okay. He won't take it personally. He's a really nice guy. You'll like him. All right. You play for me?
Okay.
Number 3. Stop fidgeting. I'll give you your first notes. Here's your first couple. Good. Go ahead. long notes in there. Hold on. Let's go back. Where were you just now? That wasn't right.
This part?
Yeah. Go from here. Don't squeeze. Don't squeeze your hand, Ojas. It's not quite in tune.
Wait,
Where did you end up?
I think I repeated this measure again.
You did something. Go from here. Actually a lot better than it was last week. What did you guys do?
We droned.
The drone seems to be helping then.
Yeah, and we used the
Metronome.
It's very even. The metronome, I didn't even think about that. The rhythm's great, Ojas. Really, really good. Sorry, it's a teacher thing. We never mention what you're doing well. Like we're always like, this is bad, that's bad, that's bad. So you always feel bad as a student. Especially when you spend all week fixing this one thing and they don't even say it. They're not even like, hey, that thing I told you last week, it's great now. We don't even see it. We only see problems as violinists.
No, that's what you're supposed to do.
We're not negative, but we're just,
Trying
this
to
is how you get
better
better.
and better, yeah.
Sorry, if we gave each other compliments all the time, we never get anywhere.
Yeah.
So just know if I didn't say something, you could be like, yes. The rhythm's fantastic. So even,
metronome is
so
helping.
calm. Your tone's also very lovely. It's just very sharp sometimes, especially on your fourth and third fingers. Even your
Thing-
first.
My problem that usually happens on this
Mhm.
is that sometimes I repeat a line or I get
Are you looking at
mixed
your
up.
fingers by any chance sometimes?
Not really.
So where do you look when you repeat
On
something?
the notes.
If you're looking at notes, why are you making a mistake?
That is interesting. Do you ever read the same line in the book kind of thing?
When you're reading a book, you read the same line again?
Rarely.
Really? It happens to me sometimes.
I do that.
I mean, everyone does it, but like, you know, you read the line, you're like, hey, this sounds like this.
Familiar.
You just read it. I understand that could happen, but you must be looking away. Where are you looking?
Sometimes I look at the metronome or the, you know.
Do you ever just like daze out, like your eyes like lose your focus or something in your eyes, like you're listening more?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe that's part of it. You also need to keep your eyes focused, even though you're not using them the whole time. You're listening, but you're listening with your eyes
Eyes on the notes.
on. Is that a fair word? Do you know you can turn your eyes off?
By closing it?
No.
Just by not looking.
By focusing on something else.
Yeah, like
Or
just,
your days.
yeah, just think about the smell. Like, don't look anywhere. Just kind of look into like general, just like you're daydreaming, kind of, right? Like your eyes are open, but like you're not thinking about what you're looking at, right? You're not processing that information. Your brain's seeing stuff, but you're not thinking about it. I think you might be doing some of that. You have to keep your eyes on, so you're still scanning notes. You may have also memorized this, which is the problem.
Yeah.
Did you memorize the tune
He
already?
does that quite often, that he memorizes something and then you don't look at the notes and then
Right.
you realize, make a mistake and you don't even realize.
Yeah,
I mean, and
that always happens. to me.
So what it's a double-edged sword. You actually have
Yeah.
really good pitch memory. You have my problem with the same thing. I memorize something on the first or second hearing, right away. Like I'm really good at memory stuff. But because of that, my reading is really bad. because I memorize it really quickly, I don't keep
And then you
reading it.
don't. Yeah,
And you can actually go back and you can memorize the wrong thing, right? If you do it a couple
Sometimes
times.
this happens to the theme and variations for me too.
Yeah. So you're memorizing things incorrectly. So you, in classical music especially, it's kind of like reading a book. Like you wouldn't try and memorize the book you're reading, would you? Right? So like you have to read it as it comes, and be comfortable reading it as it comes. All right? But much better, certainly. Keep doing what you're doing. One session with David, if you can fit it in somewhere,
Yeah.
and he'd be done with this day too. He's really close.
Okay.
Maybe you can try it with some slurs at home. If you want to bring it 2 slurred next week as well, also separates, but also 2 slurred, I wouldn't mind it.
The etude with
Mhm.
two slurs. Okay.
All right, let's hear your theme and variations.
And the coda.
Oh, let's do that. That sounds great. So we play together? That's the tricky one.
Oh, it's low.
Oh yeah.
Get mixed up with flats and sharps.
This is a natural. It's not even flat or a sharp. It's an E, F natural on the E string. So I'll demonstrate. Make sense? Let's try it together.
So these are 3 different things. This, this, and this. Right?
That's right. These are the hard bits. That's probably the hardest one, but also like not super easy. Why don't we even try it like this? Groups of 4 notes. Try the first 4 notes a couple times. Repeat after me. Your B's too low, isn't it? The B. Good. That sounds great. Do that again. Let's do it 5 times in a row. 1, 2, 3. Careful that C. Good. 4. 5. Great. Let's try the next 4 notes. So these are, let's take them separately first, just to learn them pitch-wise. Separate notes. Lower than that even. Again.
So it's low, the low one, and basically low 1 and high 2.
It's not a high 2. It sure feels like it though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's just because your 1's low that your 2 feels high. It's actually the same low 2 it's always been. Isn't that weird? Really, really curl that finger up. Let's curl your first finger. Good. You know we call this a whole step? You heard of half steps and whole steps?
Yep.
Okay, it's just a whole step. Again. Good, one more time. Nice. Let's take an up bow slur now as printed. Up bow slur now as printed. I lost your attention. Up bow.
Elbow.
Good, listen once. What do you hear?
The 1 is a bit too high.
Listen again. Check your ones together. Try it again.
Up.
He's gonna get it. Don't worry. Give him a second. Almost. I like it. Listen first.
The 2 was low, right?
It was low. Good. You bent it. You went. You got it, but it's just too late. What do you hear?
It was a bit scratchy.
Well, the F natural was too low, right? Sorry, too high. Not low enough. Again. That sounds nice. Now let's try the 2 slurs together. Not too bad. Do you hear any problems?
The 2 first was a bit low.
The 2 and the first?
No, only the 2.
Yeah, the 2 was a bit low. The 1 was actually a little funny sounding too. Wasn't too bad though. Let's try again. Hey, that was pretty good. Let's do it again. Let's do it one more time to make sure it wasn't good luck. Sometimes we get lucky. Great. Let's keep going. So, the low 1, right?
So the natural's lower than the flat?
No. Isn't that very confusing? It depends on the note. Do you know why it's like this? Have you seen the piano before?
Yeah.
You know the white keys are the naturals and the black keys are the flats and sharps?
Oh.
Did you know that? So we'll use our little handy dandy piano here on tonal energy. Let's take a look. So these are all naturals. Okay, these are all flats and sharps. Sometimes there's not a sharp or a flat between 2 notes. It happens 2 times. Once between B and C. B natural and C natural are a half step apart.
Oh, okay.
And E natural and F natural, like on your E, no, there's no black key.
Oh.
So think about these are half steps. Uh-oh. White.
So it's half step. So basically, plus this and this are a whole step, but this and this are half. Okay.
These 2 are half step apart. If you go from here to here, how many steps is that? That's a whole step. Yeah. See, it's 2 half steps. That's good. So that happens one more time over here, just like on your open E. So between E and F, natural, what's the distance?
Half.
Okay, does that make sense now? So where's F flat? Is my last question to you on this one.
F.
So here's F.
Here.
Here's F sharp. Where's F flat? Doesn't exist. Okay, so you won't see F flat. Technically you could write F flat, but it's really just an E, isn't it? How about C flat? What's C flat really? Can you show me C?
There's no C flat.
So then what is it really? A C flat is just a
B.
Yeah. Okay. So you'll very rarely see those flats. Sometimes in really nasty keys you'll see a C flat or an F flat. But normally if you see an F, you'll either only see an F or an F sharp. Some notes have all of them, like A flat, A sharp. So you'll see those pretty commonly. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Good. You need to keep practicing them exactly the way we did today, in groups of 4 notes in a slur, carefully. That's right. Do you have questions about that?
No.
All right, you're off. Good practicing though.
Oh, I have one more question.
Oh, yes.